Hey, evening everyone. So it's late on Saturday afternoon, evening, and I've come back to retrace some steps that I made last sort of September time. I came up here with a very close friend of mine, or would have been a very close friend of mine, unfortunately, who passed away in December, and we followed a route. I've been talking to my wife and sort of saying I need to come back. So she was very good. She rushed back from work early on a Saturday. I have driven the 5 hours or so to get up here, and I'm going to retrace my steps over the next 24 hours basically. So I've parked down in the Ogwen Valley. Down here, the road's just down here. I've only just started, and I'm heading up there. Oh, can you see it? So this here, some of you may know, this is Tryfan, and I'm going to spend the night, hopefully camped in a similar spot to where me and David camped, and in the morning we got up and we went up there. We went to the top of Tryfan, and he jumped from Adam and Eve. I wimped out. I'm not going to this time. I'm determined to do it. So this 24-hour trip is all about, tracing those steps and appreciating that, but also overcoming my horrendous fear of heights. So David helped me massively with that by bringing me to the places like this, and coming up here, I absolutely loved it. I'd done a little bit of mountaineering before, but never like that, so I'll be forever grateful for that. But I'm going to try and give something back. I'm going to come back up here, spend 24 hours having a little think about our trip, and doing the leap of faith, as they say. So I've got a fair old hike up here now. I've got that horrible feeling in my head that I've left something in the car, as I think everyone does. I'm going to crack on up here, get to the top. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Whew. Yeah, so I'm just going to skirt along this path. I've just come over the top of this over here, going along this path, and then I'm going to scoot up round and head up behind these rocks here. And then I can kind of come up over the top of this tomorrow, is the plan. See what I can find. So I need to get going though, because as you can see, the sun is already below the ridge. So casting a shadow where I am. Things are still quite frozen actually, which I was surprised to see. But yeah, I've got my Pioneer 2. I've had it back for repair. So I'm going to give that a go this evening. A few boggy bits, I forgot about this. Yeah, and I've got the Atom packs again. So again, showing how versatile it is. I'm trying to put it through its paces at the moment, see what I can do with it. And again, it's going to be cold tonight. I think it's going to get down to freezing. But being up in the mountains, I didn't want to risk it. I've got a bag that will do down to, I've got a quilt that will do down to 0, but I wasn't quite sure, so I bought my sleeping bag just to be safe. I almost brought a bivvy, but again, you never know with the wind conditions and stuff. I thought I'd give myself a little bit of protection from it. So, right, boggy bit. Right, let's get on with this. The weirdest thing happened out of all the things. I just came up over the ridge. Sorry, I didn't record it, really annoyingly I didn't record it, but I've just come up over the ridge. As you can see, the tent set up, but as I got to this spot, a girl walked down and walked across. I said, "Oh hey." She said, "Oh, are you camping?" And as I looked at her, I realised I knew her. Haven't seen her since school, since I left school. She used to be my brother's girlfriend. So yeah, Vicky, if you're watching this, hi again. I told you I was camping up here. Yeah, quite amazing. I'm absolutely blown away by that. Anyway, look at this. Look at this. Amazing, hey? So yeah, it feels good to be back. Feels a little bit strange being up here. Certainly coming up, it felt very odd. But yeah, also good. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. I'm a little bit apprehensive of going up onto the top, that's for sure. And Adam and Eve for certain. But yeah, I've got a plan. I know where I'm going. I'm gonna get myself sorted. Nothing exciting for tea tonight. I've got a nice camping meal to enjoy. I might even, as I'm retracing the steps, I may even go in, because was it here? It was here. I went in for a swim, didn't I? And as you can see, there's ice on the water. So that's a bit more of a challenge to deal with. Not sure if you'll be able to see that. There's somebody just coming down the ridge over there. Way off in the distance, you can just see their headlight. Still a few people coming down off the hills. It's fully dark now. Very brave. Okay, weird stuff going on. I've done it again. Oh my god. The light keeps going out. The blooming light, what the fuck? Sorry, excuse this, but this thing is charged up fully. I just checked it. And it keeps turning off, which is very strange. Right then, it's had long enough. It smells flipping divine. Oh, I'm so hungry. It's exactly what I need. It's a shame that I'm eating breakfast, but if I'm honest, we could probably do it a minute longer. But it's really good. Yeah, maybe even a touch more water, but it's so cold up here. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some crunchy bits in there. It's so cold up here that's lukewarm already. It's cooled down so much so quickly, but posh pork and beans by fire pot. Go outdoors. Gets the thumbs up from me. It does. It's pretty nice. Here you go, Vicky. I bumped into earlier. You're asking what I was going to eat. That's what I'm eating. If you're watching, you said you would.
enjoy this. I'll catch up with you all in a bit. Ciao for now. Right then, so it's gone 10 now. I'm going to try and get up pretty early, try and beat the crowds in the morning. I'm sure they'll be coming being weekend, so I'm going to try and get my head down. Looking forward to it. It's been a beautiful evening. Stars have been out in force this evening. It's been really nice, but yeah, I'm nice and warm at the moment, so I'm going to take advantage of it and get myself to sleep. So I will catch up with you all in the morning. Thanks for following along. Ciao for now. Morning all, so it is 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, it's time to get going. I've packed most of the stuff away already. The weather's pretty good, although there's definitely some winds, because every so often I get a hell of a gust that will come across, that will whip across this lake. So I don't know what it's going to be like up there, but we'll see. We're going up anyway. I'm going to get these last few bits packed away, and then we'll crack on with it. So and I'll catch up with them. Right, I won't let you watch me pack away. We'll do one of these. All gone, all done. I think the sun's about to come up over the ridge as well. Can't see how it's possible at this time, but there we go. So I'm going to get on up. Looking forward to this actually. Other than the Adam and Eve, with the way the wind is at the moment, and the clouds are absolutely flying by up there. So yeah, that's making me pretty nervous. But looking forward to the climb anyway.
So as I made my way up the mountain, the wind was picking up slowly, and yeah, I came across this little spot. So anybody who watched the original video, me and David came across this spot, which just felt very strange. That, you know, anybody who's been to this area, Tryfan, will know that parts of it are just boulder fields. When we came, I didn't know the area at all. I just followed him, and then to come across this little spot was really cool. It kind of felt quite significant. So I sat here for a little bit and just relaxed, and well, you'll see what happened. It was I thought it was quite strange to get this rainbow. So it felt pretty special. Hey, so I just hunkered down a little bit. The wind's coming. It's pretty. Just check the weather forecast, and it's between 30 and 40 mile an hour winds today, and there's some rain coming in as well. I don't know whether you can see that, the remnants of the rainbow. There was a full rainbow over the top of the valley, which was pretty amazing. But it's just passing over. But the wind is definitely here, and as you can probably tell, it's still raining, so I thought I'd just sit it out for 5 minutes and see whether it passes over. I'm not sure if it's gonna though. So anyway, I've just checked and it does say there's a chance of some snow today as well, so I'm gonna have to be very careful what happens here. I'm half thinking I might have to go back to go to plan B, which plan B was to head up an easier route. It's more of a path up, whereas this is more of a scramble up. Well, they're both scrambles, but this one's got a bit more, is a bit more tricky in places. So I'm just going to sit here for 5 minutes, get my breath, make a plan, and then decide from there. So I'm going to have to put my jacket on. It's getting wet. Making good progress, getting there slowly. You can see that little gully there. That's what I'm heading for. And it switches back up here. So as you can see, by the time I got to the top, it was blowing a gale. It was 40 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour winds, and they were pretty consistent. So I spent a few minutes just sitting on the top and enjoying, you know, the views and taking it all in really. But I knew in the back of my mind I had this task which I had to get done. So I enjoyed myself, but in the end I knew I was going to have to get myself up onto that rock and do the leap of faith. So I set my camera up and I got myself ready. So the plan was to get myself up onto the rock and just sort of steady myself. The wind was blowing so hard that if I stood up in it, I think it would have pushed me off anyway. So the plan was to get myself up on top of the rock, lie on top of it and wait for a gap in the wind, which was coming. It was very strong wind, but it was quite blustery, and every so often it would drop off almost completely. And I thought what I'll do is I'll sit on top of this rock, I'll wait for it, and as soon as that happens I'll just pop up and I'll jump across. So I lied there for, as you can see, quite a long time waiting for that break, waiting for it to come, and I just cannot believe what happened. I still can't get my head around it now. I don't know whether it was David messing with me, but well, you'll see what happens. I didn't spot it at the time. I jumped up, I jumped across, I got down, and I walked back to my camera, and as I walked back towards it I saw what had happened. Oh, bollocks! Oh no! Well, my camera's taken one hell of a whack, and it eventually didn't catch it on camera because it fell off. Oh no, it's just fallen from quite a height. All I can say is there's at least one person on this planet who saw me do it. There was a guy on the peak along watching me almost like I was an absolute fool, and he saw me do it, so I at least know that. And I know in my own mind that I've done it, but I'm sure I'll be back on another day to do it again. Alright, that's it. I'm on the final stretch now. All the major descents are done. I've just got this traverse that I did yesterday. Hey everybody, well with my camera being broken, I'll save you from the wind noise, and I'll give you a massive thanks to everybody for following along. I absolutely love this trip. It obviously had a lot of emotional attachment for me, but I can only thank David for he's kind of instilled something in me that I didn't even realise I'd enjoy. I love being up in the hills, but I've always had a fear of heights, so mountains have kind of never been something that I've done, but thanks to the trip he took me on, I think it's something I'll always do. So thanks everybody if you've made it this far. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the video and hope to see you on the next one. Thanks everyone. Bye. Signing out.